everyone, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Michelle and I am a now freshly 30-something living and working in New York City, but I share this channel with my sister Aline, and we're roommates and best friends, and we just document our lives as regular people who are not famous influencers by any means. If anything, we're always auditioning to be your new comfort channel, so welcome in. Today's vlog is a fun one. It's all about my 30th birthday. I did capture a lot of footage leading up to my 30th birthday party, and I thought I would bring you along. That being said, because this footage is mainly b-roll, I want to kind of like sit down, do my makeup, get ready for the day, do a little catch up and chat everything through. So feel free to put this on in the background when you're cleaning, doing work, cooking, and let's talk everything 30, flirty, and thriving. Hello everyone. It's been a little bit since I've vlogged. Vloguary had to come kind of to a screeching halt because it turns out I had much more freelance work than I had initially anticipated. I thought that January would kind of be me tiptoeing into freelance life and I would have so much time to devote to YouTube, and that was not the case. January and February were very much a test run. How many clients I should take on to feel financial stability, be able to live my life and feel secure, but also have enough room in my life to make other things happen for myself. Going into this, I very much wanted it to allow me to still be able to focus on creating content for myself, and then I also have talked about this a lot, but I do want to also focus on starting an art business, and I'll be so for real. It's March now and I have not made any art this year. So that was kind of like another telltale sign that this lifestyle wasn't working. But it's always great to have too much work versus too little work. I feel so grateful for all the projects I've gotten to work on, and it's been nice to kind of give me a little bit more cushion financially since I was unemployed a lot of last year. So I was able to play catch up a little bit, but I got to the point where I really was just hitting my limit mental health wise and physically too. I was getting dizzy and lightheaded from staring at a screen so much. In February I had one of the worst nights of like rolling panic attacks that I've had in a really long time. So clearly I had just taken on too much and I had to kind of take a step back, and the only thing I could really put a pause on was YouTube, since this is not where I make my income, and you know, I have to pay my bills. I am feeling a lot better about it. Things have calmed down. So many of my projects have wrapped up, and that's so exciting. My big goal for March is to get back into also prioritizing my own personal work, because I tend to find it a lot easier to focus on other clients versus myself and the things I want to create. So I really want to get to a point with YouTube. An ideal world, we'd be uploading once a week, even once every 2 weeks. I love Morgan Long on YouTube and she uploads every 2 weeks. I just would love to get into a little bit more of a consistent schedule, because this is a platform that I really want to grow, and Aline really wants to grow as well, and we have so many ideas. I turned 30 on February 12th and I feel like something really has like clicked into my brain about building a life that feels really authentic and true to myself, and trying to make moves to work towards the goals that I have, even goals in my personal life, like what I want my day-to-day to look like, what hobbies and lifestyle I want to prioritize. So that has been really lovely. Now that I'm 30, I'm honestly feeling that itch to really upgrade things in my life, everything from my lifestyle to my routines, my habits, my wardrobe, my home. I could not be more excited to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Birch Living. One thing about me is that I've been sleeping on an old hand-me-down lumpy mattress from IKEA for the entirety of the time I've lived in New York City. Aline has been telling me for years that I need to bite the bullet and invest in a new mattress, because especially with getting older, back support and quality sleep are so important to me. So when Birch Living reached out to me, I was over the moon. They make the most stunning mattresses with with responsibly sourced materials like organic cotton, organic wool, and 100% natural latex. Also, their mattresses are free from polyurethane foams, which can cause harmful off-gassing, and they're also constructed without fiberglass, which apparently other mattress companies use, which is obviously very un-30, flirty, and thriving of them. I'll be honest, I did not think I would feel that much of a difference with my mattress. As I mentioned, I've been using a beat up old mattress for a while now and didn't really think too much of it, but when I tell you the difference this mattress has made on not only the quality of my sleep, but also just the quality of my life, like I genuinely like can't wait to get into bed. And I honestly have been finding myself snoozing my alarm in the morning, not wanting to get out of bed because it's just that comfortable. I have the Birch Luxe mattress and I love that it's soft while still being supportive. I don't like a mattress that's too squishy. I still want to feel like my spine is really supported and stable. The great thing about Birch Living is that you get an 100-night sleep trial, so that you get more than 3 months to make sure it's a right fit for you. They deliver right to your door for free in the US, and it comes rolled up in a box and is super easy to set up. I'll make sure to pop my link down below so that you can get 25% off your new mattress and start improving your sleep journey. I just know that you'll be as obsessed as I am. This has been by far one of the best swaps I've made recently, and I just cannot wait to keep sleeping in my bed. Talking about planning the party, I'm going to talk about some things that I did to plan this event, because not to toot my own horn, I have been complimented on being a great host. So number one, I created an invite on Partiful. The interface is so user-friendly. It's so easy to make like a cute little invitation, and I love that they do like automated reminders for people. Like they send out reminders to your guests on when the event is and to RSVP, and I'm really proud of how cute my little invite came out. I of course had to do an ode to 13 going on 30. My party was like kind of loosely themed around 13 going on 30. It wasn't like a costume party or a super like themed party, but it had some like light references to the movie, obviously. Of course I wanted to decide like the guest list, the date, and the time, and had to write the description of the event and everything. I did that a month in advance, which I'm really proud of myself for doing. I feel like I tend to kind of have a hard time making decisions, and then I just procrastinate things and then wait until it's like almost too late. So I'm really happy that I did that with enough time in advance. It also gives people enough time to kind of like figure out their schedules and figure out if they can make it. Something I also did in advance was, of course, I created a Pinterest board. I think I might link that Pinterest board down below just in case people want to check it out. It's not my most like organized one. I just honestly was pinning anything and everything that caught my eye. Some things are very themed to like the 13 going on 30 style parties, and then other things are just like more general, like cute spreads, vibes, decor, that kind of thing, just to kind of like get my ideas somewhere visual. It helped me have things on my radar, especially when it came to doing like the big food shop and like decorations and things like that. One of the main things I did leading up to the party was, one, I wanted to get my dress situation squared away, and two, I wanted to like slowly chip away like during the month home decor things that I just had been like putting off and putting off and putting off. So I placed an order on Realization Par, which is a site that I have admired for probably like a year or two now. I've never bought anything from them before, but I had been like lusting after their dresses. A lot of their dresses are based off of like 90s silk bias cut dresses. I just love that style so much. I definitely did look on eBay and like Depop and Poshmark a ton to see if I could find something vintage, but I'll be honest, sometimes if you're not like a size 2, 4, 6, it can be hard to find cute vintage dresses, especially if you're not just casually stumbling upon them. Like if you have an event to go to where you actually like need something to wear, it can be kind of tricky because it's just so much based on luck. So I ended up biting the bullet because the dresses are kind of expensive. I bought 2 with the plan to return one of them. Turns out this brand happens to look fantastic on me. So I ended up keeping both of them. I wore the long sleeve one to dinner on my actual birthday, and then the sleeveless one on the day of my birthday party. I am really happy that I did this with enough time in advance to kind of like think through the decision and decide like which one I wanted to wear to which event, so that I wasn't scrambling, putting together a look like the week of the party, because already like there's so much like planning and execution that has to happen like during the week. The last thing you want to worry about is like, oh, but what am I gonna wear? So that was something that I had like checked off with like weeks in advance, so that was really great. Some things that we did around the apartment, obviously you've seen it in previous vlogs, but we got a new dresser in our office. That was something that we had been kind of putting off for years, and I think it makes the room look just like so much nicer. We also got the apartment painted in certain places that were very chipped, so got that done the week before, which was great. And then also I ended up putting up some art in my room. I'm gonna let Michelle from last week kind of take it away there. Hello everyone, today is a very exciting day because I'm actually about to go pick up a piece of art that I had custom framed, which I've never done in my entire life. It feels very appropriate for this vlog. It feels like a huge milestone in the interior design department and just feels very grown up. I think it's gonna look so good right there above my bedside table, but of course I'll show you in more detail. I'm gonna pop out right now. The weather is beautiful. I'm gonna go pick up my piece, see what it looks like, and we're going to unbox it and put it up together. This is my outfit of the day. It feels so exhilarating, honestly, to be able to run out without a huge coat on. Okay, so the rundown is Reformation tee. This is a Levi's denim button down that I got through Nuuly. I purchased it through Nuuly when I rented it like years ago, and I did not want to part with it because I just thought it was so cute, and I love the little like cropped length. These jeans are thrifted. I got them at the Goodwill in Missoula, Montana. I'm also wearing my new little Danceco clogs that were so kindly gifted. Shout out to Lindsay, the sweet viewer that works for Danceco's, and sent Aline and I some clogs over because look how cute these are, and they're so comfy. I just feel very like Dakota Johnson in this outfit, so love that. And this little cameo is from Zandra and Chloe at the Grand Bazaar. So that is the very false spring coated look for the day. I'm gonna pop out really quick and talk to you guys when I get back. Pajamas as clothes kind of like chic, kind of in? Honestly, I feel like if I wore these out, nobody would know. They just look like cute little like gingham pants. But this turtleneck is my latest obsession. It was gifted to me from Donnie. It's like a cotton cashmere blend. I wear it multiple times a week. It's so comfortable, and I love, like, it's the perfect amount of oversized. And I had no idea, but I feel like this green looks so nice on me. I don't have to worry about staining it or spilling, and I can just be less precious about it. It has really shown me that I want more color in my wardrobe. That is one of my goals for the year, for my style. Another thing for my style that I want to prioritize is I want to expand my soft pant collection, and instead of only letting myself buy like nice dresses, nice occasion pieces, I really want to kind of allow myself to splurge a little bit more in my like lounge pant, in the lounge pant department. As you can see in most of my vlogs, I'm wearing like, well, I'm wearing pajama pants right now, but I'm usually wearing like my sweatpants and like a sweater, and I feel like it would really help elevate my style because I work from home every day pretty much, to have like chic or cool soft pants instead of being like, but that's just loungewear, it's silly to like spend more money on loungewear. But if that's what I'm wearing, I feel like I keep battling with myself and my style and being like, well, I don't want my personal style to be athleisure, I don't want to be like known for like loungewear, but like it's what I wear most days. Like if I'm going to brunch or to like work or out with friends and stuff, I'm not wearing loungewear obviously, but if I'm wearing it in my day-to-day, if I'm wearing it the most out of everything in my wardrobe and I'm wearing it day-to-day, I feel like I would feel a lot more confident and a lot cooler and a lot more true to myself if my like soft pants fit my style more and were something that I felt like more proud to wear. Speaking of shopping, I wanted to talk about a little shop that I went to for the first time. I went to go pick up my partner from work and we popped into the Painted Swan, which I had heard about but never been to before, and it is such a beautiful home shop. I feel like they have a mix of vintage and new pieces, and I ended up finding the most precious cheese knives there. I was so thrilled because that was something that had been on my radar for the event since I was planning on doing a like big charcuterie board. Highly recommend if you're in Carroll Gardens. Such a great spot, I think, for finding like hosting gifts, like something that you could gift your host, but then also if you're hosting an event yourself, like you could find pretty much anything you need there. I'm gonna make some breakfast now. I'm trying to decide whether I want to do like eggs or if I'm craving oatmeal, because that's kind of been my go-to lately, doing stewed apples with oatmeal. Trader Joe's had eggs for the first time in weeks yesterday. We now have more eggs than we've had in a minute, which is so exciting considering the shortage. So I'm really wanting to take advantage and make some scrambled eggs on toast. Vital Farms, of course. Speaking of Trader Joe's, of course, I had to do the big Trader Joe's food shop for the party. Now, it was so nice to use this one image. This was a photo I took from an event I went to a couple years ago with Fresh Erica, and this needs hot sauce. They threw such a beautiful event and I was just in awe of the spread. Had been wanting to recreate it for a while. I think that it's just genius to use parchment paper as the canvas for your charcuterie board, considering the only like cheese board I have is kind of like only big enough for like 2 to 3 people. I was determined to execute this, and it made grocery shopping so much less intimidating, so much less stressful. I kind of used it as a visual guide for everything I needed. So with that being said, come along with me to Trader Joe's for the big food shop. I went a little overboard. I told myself just get the things that you like, but I love to host and I want to be an accommodating host, so I got a little bit of kind of everything. So I'll show you guys what I got. Also, don't mind the mess behind me. Obviously I haven't gotten to that. When it comes to charcuterie boards, I prefer having bread. Like, I am not massively into crackers, so I got a beautiful French baguette. My fruit of choice for a charcuterie board are apples, and I do love some grapes. So I got 2 different colors of grapes, 2 Honeycrisp apples. I think that'll be so fresh, so lovely to add to the board. For some nice crunchy veggies, I got some little multicolored baby cherry tomatoes. So those are gonna look so pretty and bright on the spread. And then I love cucumbers. Do a little slice of cucumber and prosciutto and like a creamy brie. Oh, I feel like Remy in Ratatouille when he's like trying all the little like grapes and cheeses. These are a couple things that I usually don't include in a board, but I saw in the picture that I'm using as a guide and thought they would look beautiful, and also it's nice to have some more like green. So I got sugar snap peas, and then I also got some endives. So I thought those would be really yummy with like some dip. Speaking of dip, I got the spinach and kale Greek yogurt dip, and then I also got roasted garlic hummus. For cured meats, I got 2 different combinations. This one has a salami, a dry cured ham, and a chorizo. And this one has a different type of salami, and it has uncured capocollo, whatever that means. So we got that, and also has prosciutto. So stunning. Aline is making me a pavlova, which I'm so excited about. And we have lots of strawberries and raspberries, my favorite fruits in the entire world probably. I'm such a strawberry girl. If you didn't know, our mom is actually from New Zealand, so we grew up eating pavlova all the time, and it's definitely a fan favorite in our household. Aline's also making some cocktails, so I got some limes, and I just put it away, but I also got some organic basil, because that's like my favorite type of cocktail. I love like a basil gimlet with lots of lime. Oh, need I say more? Of course, I had to get some dried fruit for the charcuterie board. I got some dried apricots, and then also some dried cherries. These are actually mainly for a cookie recipe Aline's also making. I did not tell her to make all of these things. She likes to contribute in the form of food. I think you guys probably have put that together by now. I wanted to get potato chips, but I also still wanted them to be kind of classy. So I got these olive oil potato chips that actually look really, really good. And then I also got some fig and olive crisps. I did something kind of crazy, and for some reason, even though like I love olives, but I'm not one to just like sit around eating olives, but I got 2 jars of olives for some reason. I got organic pitted Kalamata olives, and then this conversation trio of green olives. So hope the people coming like olives. Hope people come to this party actually, and hope people are hungry. The last kind of boring things before I get into cheeses, we got organic heavy whipping cream for the pavlova, of course, and then 3 types of sugar. We have powdered cane sugar, regular cane sugar, and brown sugar. Again, for the baking that's going to be going down in our household. Suffered a mild casualty. This triple cream got a little bit squished, but I'm hoping I can manipulate it back to its original state. Belle Etoile triple cream. Delicious. I love that cheese. I feel like I did pretty well at limiting myself to the cheeses that I know and love and have used before. I love this double cream Gouda cheese. It's so good. And then I got a manchego. Of course I had to get a Boursin little log. So good spread on like a little piece of baguette with a little apple and prosciutto. And then I did get the unexpected cheddar cheese. I thought that that might have a nice like bite to it. So that's everything that I got. I'm gonna put this away now, and we'll get to the next section of the vlog, whatever that may be. Coming out of just being sick and like having such a busy month, like I'll be honest, I haven't really been working out. I haven't really been like taking care of myself. I feel like I was feeling really blah, really crusty, really like puffy, and just like not my cutest self, just because I haven't really been prioritizing self-care as much as I would like to. Oh, are you jumping around? So I decided for a little confidence boost to get a spray tan, which honestly did make me feel really cute the day of. So I'll let past Michelle take it away there. As you can tell, I'm not wearing any makeup. I am a ghost. So that's why I'm wearing all black for my spray tan. Again, I just want to reiterate, there's nothing wrong with being pale. I am pale 360 days out of the year. I just want to feel a little confidence boost for a special occasion tomorrow. So excited to feel glowy. I think I'm gonna actually take off in a little bit now. I also wanted to show you another little update in the apartment. I got these at an antique shop in the Berkshires, and I just think they're so cute. It just like brightens up this whole corner. This corner was so bland, and I just love this little touch, this little pop of blue. And so special that I got them on my little birthday / Valentine's Day trip. decor. I wanted to keep things pretty simple. I wanted to make sure that the apartment looked cute and clean, but of course I had to add a few festive touches. I got the cutest paper plates from Mary. I think that they're mainly a brand for like kids parties, but I'm sorry, these are like, this one's my favorite. It's so cute, like the scalloped like edge, so cute. I think this is called like the English garden party set, which I absolutely love. They have matching napkins, which I think are so sweet. I love the scallop, love the florals, and I also got little paper cups. So I got these in advance as well. So I had these ready to go. Definitely like reduced the stress of like the week of, where I was like, didn't have to worry about like, okay, what are we serving everything on? Okay, breakfast is done, and now I'm kind of craving a second coffee because I'm doing a lot of filming today. I think I'm gonna split up my day with filming for this video and then doing work for Garmentory. I wanted to talk a little bit about the crafting that we did for the party. Aline and I decided for decor, we also wanted to have streamers, so we worked together on making some paper chains for the event, and it felt so nostalgic to make paper chains because when we were little and we would go on a trip with our parents, we would make like a singular paper chain and hang it in the kitchen, and we would take off a chain every day, kind of like an advent calendar. We would take off a little loop every single day leading up to the trip, and then you would kind of like get to the last one on the day of our trip, and it was always just so fun and something that we loved doing when we were little. So we had so much fun making 4 really big paper chains, and they ended up coming together so well. Does that look pretty good?
Oh yeah, it looks fine. Lo hicimos de oro. So you get a shape piece?
Yeah.
There you go. Nicely done. I've got a minute. A minute! You're gonna love the way it looks. Just looks darling. It's not quite in there.
Not in the corner?
No, not quite in the corner. Just push it 1 inch.
Yeah.
Amazing! No. No, further up. Do you want me to lift you? 1, 2, 3. Yes! No! Another piece of tape, another piece of tape. Another piece of tape and you're golden. 1, 2, 3. Incredible, incredible!
No, I didn't get it up there. The tape.
You got something up there.
You're not doing anything.
Alright, I wouldn't say anything. It's looking so cute. Is it all falling down? Nice! That's up. That's up.
Another craft I ended up doing was making little labels for the cheeses, the olives, the cookies. It was such an easy like DIY where I just used a toothpick. I have a ton of sticker paper from my past as a bullet journaler. You do not need sticker paper by any means. It just kind of speeds up the process a little bit. You could use regular paper and just use glue or tape or whatever you wanted to use. I just used the sticker paper because it was what I had, and also it took away one of the steps, which was like obviously gluing things down. Me and my partner ended up making those together, and it was so fun, so easy, and I feel like it just elevated the whole spread and gave it that personal touch. And also you could put labels on things where people might not know what they were, like the types of cheeses, the types of cookies. Also for decor, my partner was so sweet and brought me a dozen pink balloons. Oh! Oh my god, it looks so good!
Wow.
They're so cute! It looks like a party!
It is a party! Oh my god!
It's a party! There are actually still some floating about. And it also was one of those things that when people walked in the space, it kind of just like said, this is a birthday party. Like it was just like the final cherry on top of everything, and it was just so sweet, and it made everything look so cute and so festive. We're back in the kitchen. I'm going to make a second coffee because I feel myself crashing. I'm honestly more of a 1 coffee a day girl, but today I need a little pep in my step, if you know what I'm saying. I think it's technically a cappuccino, flat white. It's small, but it's gonna be so good. And then we're gonna get on with the rest of the day. I'm so excited because Aline and I are catching up on White Lotus tonight, and we're behind. I just can't wait to catch up. I'm behind on all my favorite shows. Right now I'm watching White Lotus with Aline, and then with my partner I'm watching Severance and also Love is Blind. So she's got range. Okay, so we have our second coffee of the day. Birdie is back in her post, her official post, being in the background. But yeah, everything came together so well for the party. Of course, it's always a little stressful. To host a gathering of more than like a couple people is always going to be a little bit intimidating, and it definitely took a lot of time, money, effort to put together, but I'm really happy with how everything came together in the end. The parchment paper charcuterie board spread, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the most beautiful tablescapes I've ever done. I felt really proud of just using what I had. I was this close to running out and buying like fresh flowers, but I have a bunch of little vases with dried lavender in them, and I set those out as kind of decor, and I used candlesticks that I already had. It was also just so fun to celebrate with my friends and have them over in my home. Yeah, just catch up with people I hadn't seen in a while. It was just a lovely night, and I feel like I did a really good job at like staying present and just enjoying the night once everything was all said and done. Food was ready, the decor was ready, the apartment was all like clean and ready to go. I feel like the stress kind of just like washed away, and it was just like fun to bounce around and talk to different people. For more 13 going on 30 touches, I put on the soundtrack, and I also put the movie on mute on my TV, so that was kind of going all night long, which I thought was a really fun touch. My partner also brought razzles, which you have to have at a 13 going on 30 themed event. So I thought it could be fun to chat a little bit about how I'm feeling about turning 30, because I think that that was one of the most common questions I got during the party. People were like, how do you feel? Are you excited? Are you anxious? Like, how are you feeling? And I honestly felt really ready to enter my 30s. When I went from 28 to 29, I had kind of a spiral because it just was like a really bad time for me. I was on a new medication that made me really depressed, that was making me really like anxious and made me break out. My like dating life was going so badly, and also I had just lost my job and like felt really purposeless and lost. And the idea of turning 30 when I felt like finances, career, purpose, romantic life, life direction, sense of self, everything felt very up in the air, and I felt super off track. So it was so much more intimidating to me to like be winding down my 20s feeling way more lost than I did when I was like 23. If anything, turning 29 was a little bit harder, but my 29th year ended up being like one of the best years of my life. I spent so much of it really sinking into self-exploration and self-discovery. Basically came into the conclusion that I didn't want a traditional corporate career, and that I wanted to try freelancing again and working for myself, and that I wanted to prioritize art and creativity and my own personal projects. I fell in love. I went on an amazing, life-changing trip to the UK. It was just like one of the best years of my life. It made me feel so grounded and excited to enter a new decade. It was just like, it really was kind of a victory lap of my 20s, even though it didn't always feel like that, and there were so many moments where I was like, I feel awful and like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm sure I'll still feel like that many times in my life. Like life is not linear. That's not how it works. I do feel really calm and solid and grounded entering my 30s. I've joked around a little bit about this, but I feel like 29 feels so old to me versus 30, like, because 29 is like the oldest of the 20s and 30 is like the youngest of the 30s. Truly the lyrics in Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift of everybody's a sexy baby and I'm a monster on a hill. That's how it feels to be 29. Honestly, even 28, 29, that's how I felt, even though you're obviously so young, like 20, 28, 29, 30, like you're 30, like you're still so young. But like it just like for some reason feels like, I think I saw this somewhere on the internet, that it feels like you're at like a party and you're overstaying your welcome and people are like, okay, come on, wrap it up, like gotta head out of here. That's kind of how it felt. Obviously you guys know by now that I'm such an old soul, so like as I get older, it's kind of like the Nick Miller thing of I feel like I'm finally aging into my personality, so it just feels really authentic. I'm also so relieved to no longer be in my 20s because I feel like I have never been as insecure as when I was like, I think 23, 24, 25. Like I was so insecure, and even, okay, let's wrap it up. I just remember having so low self-esteem. I feel so bad for that version of myself. I feel like I was very easily influenced by other people and other people's opinions, very easily swayed by them, like didn't really know like who I was. I also look back on like old content, old photos, old videos, and I can see that like I was very easily swayed by trends, by what other people were wearing, and I just didn't really have like my own sense of style and taste. And I feel like as I get older, like of course, like I still like dabble in trends and have fun with that and stuff, but like I feel so much more grounded in what I like and what I don't like and know those things about myself. Whereas when I was in my 20s, I just feel like I truly was following the crowd and valued other people's opinions over my own. Of course, I still like have bad self-esteem moments, but I feel so much more confident. Like you could not pay me to be in my early 20s again. I feel like I was just like so insecure and just like did not like myself. It just was such a rough time, and I feel, I don't know, I feel so cute now, and I like who I am as a person too, and it's just really cool to kind of like be more grounded. And I think that that's what a lot of people, like my friends who are in their 30s or people I watch on YouTube who are in their 30s, like I feel like the general consensus is like you just like know who you are, you feel much more sure of yourself, you start becoming more confident, like ideally you start making more money. I feel like I could talk about this forever and I've already yapped so much in this video, so let me know if you want me to do like 30s diaries type videos or maybe like a Q&A or something like that about this topic. Yeah, I'm overall feeling very optimistic, especially after the last year of really like trying to make so many tough decisions and trying to like figure out what I want my life to look like, what I want my career to look like. I feel like I just like have way more clarity, so I think I can really build on that versus last year. As much as it was such a great year, I feel like I was doing a lot of like toggling between different decisions without like fully committing to anything, and that was kind of like tricky in any sort of progress that I wanted to make. So I'm really looking forward to just building on like the decisions I have made for myself and just exploring different things. So yeah, there's so many things that I'm looking forward for like this year, and then also like the next 10 years, like thinking about like my 40th birthday. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed coming along with me. It was so nice to do like a proper catch up with you guys and also just share bits and pieces of my birthday party planning journey, if you will. Thanks so much again to Virtual Living for sponsoring this video, and thanks so much to all of you and your support of the channel. You're the reason that we get to do amazing partnerships like this. You're the reason why I now sleep like a princess, and I'm so incredibly grateful for all of your support. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. As I mentioned, things are starting to get more stable, less hectic in my work life, so hopefully we'll be able to upload some more videos for you guys soon. Please leave in the comments down below what you'd like to see next from us. We have some really fun ideas and I can't wait to share them with you. You can also follow me and Aline on Instagram and on TikTok. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!